If Vincent Ricard were here right now, I would give him a great big hug. Because I love Sauvignon. Or, the French call it Sauvignon. We call it Sauvignon Blanc here in America. I love Sauvignon. And one of the great places for Sauvignon, or Sauvignon Blanc, in the world is the Loire Valley in France. And usually in the Loire Valley, we think of Sauvignon as growing in two major areas, pretty much there. We think about it as Sancerre, or we think about it as Pouilly-Fumé. Both of those are kind of like the name appellations for Sauvignon Blanc. But there's a whole new crew of cats working outside the boundaries of Sancerre and Pouilly-Fumé in the Loire Valley. Because it's not like there's like this electric fence around those areas and Sauvignon Blanc can't grow great anywhere else, right? I mean, that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. There, of course, has to be other great growing areas for Sauvignon Blanc within the Loire Valley. And these guys know it. Vincent Ricard's family's owned the property for a long time. He's young, he's bright, he's a hell of a winemaker, a terrific grape grower, and because he's in Touraine, which is outside of the Sancerre and Pouilly-Fumé appellations, he can't charge an arm and a leg for some of his wines. So what does that mean? It's this kind of like harmonic convergence of factors that create one of the world's greatest Sauvignon Blanc values. His Trois, Chenes, the Three Oaks, was sourced from vines dating back to 1947. So it's old vine Sauvignon Blanc, aged in older barrels for several years. What that does, it creates what I kind of call the Dagenot effect. Didier Dagenot was one of the great producers in Pouilly-Fumé. And his wine sold for 60, 70, 80 bucks. But one of his secrets was using these larger wood barrels that imparted this kind of unique character to the Sauvignon, making the wine creamy, giving texture, but without making the wine oaky. And that's what Vincent has managed to do. This wine keeps all of its kind of grapefruity, tomato leaf, citrusy, kind of heading over to peachy, apricot-y definition of fruit, with all that wonderful herbaceousness you associate with the Loire Valley, that cut, that vibrancy. But the barrel aging for this wine has created this generous texture on the palate as well. Just truly remarkable bottle of Sauvignon from, to me, one of the greatest producers of Sauvignon in the world. And of course, it hits you for around, mid-teens, which for the money, oh my God, this is house wine. I drink this wine all the time. The 11 is sensational. Gosh, what else can you say? That's a stunner.